$287,871 worth of them, to be exact.
Some measure of public safety. Right? Further out in the future, we'll actually have gene drive, which changes the genetics of mosquitoes and either reduces their population or reduces how long they live. That could have dramatic benefits. We have great tools today that we need to keep evolving in some very exciting ones in the pipeline. This will also be key to achieve our ultimate goal of eradication. The UN's World Mosquito Program announced in 2023 a plan to release billions of gene-edited mosquitoes in Brazil over a 10-year period in a bid to eradicate dengue fever in the country.
There are registered over 10,000 cases of dengue fever in just over a month.
Already 3 Brazilian states have declared emergencies. Cases of dengue in Brazil since the start of the year have exceeded the total for the whole of 2023.
The Delilah days leading the World Health Organization now increased. The deadly virus encephalitis has been detected in regional South Australia for the first time. The virus has been found in clay at 2 hours ago in Adelaide on a sentinel chicken farm. Oxford, Massachusetts, and 3 neighboring towns have reason for concern as mosquitoes carrying a potentially deadly virus called Eastern equine encephalitis, or triple E. Infected resident was now fighting for his life. Now, virus first transmitted by mosquitoes. I brought some here so you could transit, so let those roam around the auditorium a little bit. There. There's a reason only 4 people have the experience.
A brave new world where vaccines come out of syringes, but on the wings of millions of engineered insects, turning the entire planet into an involuntary clinical trial. Welcome to the future, where consent is as obsolete as last year's pandemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've got a massive win-win situation for you. TheAlexJonesStore.com has launched an affiliate program. Now, you can use the money you make from the product, or one click, get cashed out every single month at TheAlexJonesStore.com. So you get access to a supplement page right here and other amazing products. You can also promote the link on your email, your friends, your family, on your X account, on Instagram, on YouTube, and 10% of the sale comes right off the top to you, paid out each month. This is going to explode. I just told friends and family ago, they're excited, especially other talk shows, whether you're large or small. This is a major affiliate deal. These are great products, no matter who you are, everybody. You know, to TheAlexJonesStore.com. You need to text the link and today, TheAlexJonesStore.com.
Discover trends and global developments years before they happen, right here on the Alex Jones Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Chase Geiger, your host of the Alex Jones Show. Today, we've got so much news to cover in the next 3 hours. Tom's friends joining us in 1 hour. We're going to unpack all the details and clips surrounding this pandemic. I told you before, and I'll tell you again. On November 5th, we did not win a war. We started one. This life on July 4th, 1776. We declared independence. We started a war. And now we're seeing the New World Order strike back. I have stacked after stack article on the desk covering this work. We just spoke about Dr. McCullough, obviously a very brilliant, honest, informed man. And look at all the details. I mean, it's nothing. It's obvious that this birth flu is not a threat. There's no human transmission. It's coming culture human. It's less lethal than it used to be. They have a good system. We have healthcare access to healthcare. It's only a problem where you can get it. It's been around since at least 1961. The first human case was in 1997. And there were 3 times the number of human beings infected with H1N1, excuse me, between 2010 and 2014 than it happened since 2020. So we've already gone through a period where people have it. And yes, it used to be chickens, poultry, and mallard ducks, allowing the ducks to deliver to different herds, different flocks, different groups of cattle, animals all over the country. So you can quarantine all you want. You can isolate one group of chickens from another group of chickens, but it's the mallard ducks, and it's all moved, right? Just like the mask mandate removed, just like the social distancing was moved, just like the lockdowns were removed. It's all totally unnecessary because we have a major lobby, a major push for vaccines, and a major political agenda to create as many obstacles for the administration as possible. Look at this. All right, Kim. We are having the same health experts warn U.S. is reacting to the threat of bird flu. Experts worry bird flu spread is reaching boiling point. Cats can get sick with bird flu. Here's how to protect this. Maybe protect this medicine. Bird flu detected in small backyard flocks in Vermont. Everyone knows bird flu should have one or less than COVID testing. Outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza. H5N1 virus in the U.S. dairy cattle. Infection 2 human cases in the United States in 2024. Bird flu sample show mutations that may be spread to people, CDC reports. There's still a large swath of our population that doesn't understand what happened in 2020. Somehow, 4 years later, after all the lies, all the studies, all the whistleblowers, there's still people at the subway, the airport, and restaurants wearing masks when the EPA itself said masks don't work. Somehow, 4 years later, after all the evidence, all of the vaccine injuries, all the myocarditis, there are still people right now on their way to CVS or Walgreens to get the latest COVID-19 booster. Isn't that unbelievable? And the only way to overcome this level of brainwashing, to wake these non-player characters out in NBC's up, is to ensure that we always have free speech and never broadcasting the truth.
Class are so self-righteous and arrogant that they have come to the conclusion that everything that they decide for you is better for you than what you would decide for yourself. This is the whole reason that we have freedom. No one has the right to make decisions for you or to enact policy that is in your best interest. We are the masters of our own fates. We are the captains of our own souls. And whether this bird flu pandemic works or not, whether they succeed in hyping it up and stoking the fear and exploiting it and exaggerating it to create an obstacle for Donald Trump and shut down the economy and increase regulation of agriculture and livestock and push vaccines on our populace, there will be another one and another one and another one. There will be more bioweapons time and time again. I mean, we saw with the omnibus bill, $1.2 trillion that was suggested just a couple of weeks ago with bipartisan support before it was revealed what was in it, that they tried to fund no less than 12 more biolabs doing the same kind of research that was being done at the Wuhan Institute of Virology, which resulted in this pandemic, which justified their inoculation of the world just to make a buck. So it's more important now than ever, not only that you support free speech and the truth so we can combat these lies and stop this from happening, but you fight for your health. Which is why I want to talk a little bit about Ultimate CMOS gummies before we go to break here in 30 seconds, and we'll unpack more news on the other side. These Ultimate CMOS gummies can be found at thealexjonesstore.com. This is our #1 best-selling product. They're absolutely delicious and imperative for your health. They've got the iodine in them that your thyroid needs to detoxify your body from the toxins in the air, in the food, and in the water. And with the bladderwrack root and burdock root, they're more bioavailable than ever. So please go to thealexjonesstore.com right now. Fight for your health and humanity and free speech all at the same time. thealexjonesstore.com by getting the Ultimate CMOS gummies.
Patriot Apparel, the supplements, thealexjonesstore.com do not have a lot of markup because we're being very competitive. And it's critical to funding our operation. But we do have limited edition posters that do have a lot of markup in them, so that if you really want to support or keep us on the air, you can go buy the products. Now, there are currently 5 limited edition posters, and on January 6th, we're not going to make any more of these designs. So if you want to get them, hang them on the wall, hang them at your office, know that you really supported the InfoWar at a critical time, and know that we really got some major funds in from it, because the posters cost like $6, $7 a piece. We sell for $25, $29, depending on the poster. Again, it's a fundraiser, so you know you're really supported, but they're handsome, nice posters, and they're mementos of the Battle for the Republic in 1776 worldwide. So you've only got to January 6th to get these 5 limited edition posters, and they'll never be available again. I've got them hanging at my home and here at the office. I love them. So get your limited edition posters right now at the AlexJonesStore.com while you can. Patriot Apparel, the supplements, the AlexJonesStore.com do not have a lot of markup because we're being very competitive. And it's critical to funding our operation. But we do have limited edition posters that do have a lot of markup in them, so that if you really want to support and keep us on the air, you can go buy the products. Now, there are currently 5 limited edition posters, and on January 6th, we're not going to make any more of these designs. So if you want to get them, hang them on the wall, hang them at your office, know that you really supported the InfoWar at a critical time, and know that we really got some major funds in from it, because the posters cost like $6, $7 a piece. We sell for $25, $29, depending on the poster. Again, it's a fundraiser, so you know you're really supported, but they're handsome, nice posters, and they're mementos of the Battle for the Republic in 1776 worldwide. So you've only got to January 6th to get these 5 limited edition posters, and they'll never be available again. I've got them hanging at my home and here at the office. I love them. So get your limited edition posters right now at the AlexJonesStore.com while you can. Ladies and gentlemen, InfoWars is back on the air. The judge is having emergency hearings. Looks like their fraudulent sale won't go through. Regardless, I'm suing the daylights out of the Democratic Party and the big national gun control group that's actually behind the onion and is now admitted in court. So we also have backup studios, the Alex Jones Network. Whatever they do, we're staying on air to make sure Trump gets into office and to back him and his agenda to stop World War III, secure the borders, and more. But we can't do it without your support. So there are all these new, amazing, incredible designs up on the AlexJonesStore.com that has nothing to do with InfoWars. Not owned by me, so they can never get that. That's how we stay on the air, even if they're successful in shutting us down. If you go to the AlexJonesStore.com and you get great supplements, t-shirts, limited edition collectible fundraiser posters, and more, you will keep me on the air regardless of the Alex Jones Network. Please go to the site now, thealexjonesstore.com, and keep us on air with their amazing products. Thank you so much for taking action. You are the resistance. My fellow patriots, there are a lot of amazing Patriot gear, supplements, you name it, at thealexjonesstore.com. But we've now added a whole bunch of other really cool items. There are a bunch of amazing campaign coins for InfoWars for 1776. For the Fight for Liberty on the site, as low as $9.99. Some of the challenge coins are $14.97. They're great fundraisers for us. They have a lot of weight in them.
He lost the case in court against a doctor, but there was no reason to discourage people from taking ivermectin. Ivermectin was a very, very devastating cure for COVID. It literally obliterated COVID. And by depriving people of ivermectin, many people, millions of people around the globe died. And they didn't need to. There were cures for COVID from day one, and very effective. But they didn't want that. They wanted the vaccine only. And there was a rule. There's a rule, a little-known federal rule that they were all aware of, which said that you cannot issue an emergency use authorization for a vaccine if there is an existing remedy that has already been approved for any use. So what they did is that hydroxychloroquine or famotidine or ivermectin or any of the 25 existing therapeutic drugs that were very effective against COVID, if they admitted that any of them were effective, the whole vaccine project would have fallen apart. They couldn't have done it. And so they decided that they were going to pretend that there was no cure except the vaccine. And they gave people a product that was not properly tested, and that now, a whole generation of kids that is now, got myocarditis, these terrible heart problems, and non-athletic boys. You're seeing so many kids now drop dead on playing fields, and we never saw anything like this before. Our average was, I think, 29 a month globally athletes who died on the field. And we were getting down to hundreds a month now. And it's, and there still has to be a reckoning. The mainstream media that hasn't caught up with the science. But the science is out there now, and it's devastating.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next 2 decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus.
So if we get an airborne pandemic, if we hadn't built ahead of time some structures to deal with this, millions of people could be adversely impacted.
But also there will be a surprise outbreak. The next administration, that there's no doubt in anyone's mind that they will be faced with the challenges that their predecessors were faced with. Pandemic prevention and preparedness is going to end up being, whether the administration likes it or not, a priority, a top priority.
Trump is now president. When he faces his first major epidemic as his predecessors had, he will likely project his impulsivity, xenophobia, and cavalier attitude towards facts to over 52 million followers.
We may yet again have another pandemic, and it is almost inevitable that we will have another pandemic.
Welcome to Event 201.
What's looking like it will be a severe pandemic.
A new coronavirus.
Why don't we load the system up and then say, hey, everyone in the world should get this new vaccine, we haven't given to anyone yet.
But it is not too crazy to think that an outbreak of novel avian virus could occur in China somewhere. We could get the RNA sequence from that and print those vaccines on the patch and self-administer.
Biological attack is imminent. Imminent. It's going to happen. It's not a question of will it happen, but when it happens.
A bioweapon release could be the thing they release to bring in a world government to counter a global problem. And the UN has said that a global pandemic is the only thing that may save their world government.
This is a biological warfare agent that has leaked out of the Wuhan laboratory.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have got a massive win-win situation for you. The AlexJonesStore.com has launched an affiliate program. Now, you can use the money you make from this byproduct, or with one click, get cashed out every single month at the AlexJonesStore.com. So while you get access to basic supplements, Patriot gear, and other amazing products, you can also promote the link on your email, your friends, your family, on your X account, on Instagram, on YouTube, and 10% of the sales right off the top to you paid out each month. This is going to explode.
Thomas Friends is the lead attorney in several major cases brought in Ohio, New Mexico, Maine, and nationally against the CDC, DHHS.
Do you find anything that's probably going to help you? Or?
Forced vaccine mandates, big tech censorship, COVID-19 lockdowns, mask mandates, business closures, false PCR data, fraudulent death numbers, and more. Thomas, it is an honor and a pleasure to be with you. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Alex Jones Show.
Oh, glad to be here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. So, the major topic of conversation is this bird flu, and we spoke with Dr. Peter McCullough earlier in the program today. It appears that there was some gain-of-function research that was conducted on the original strand of this bird flu that made it so that it would infect mallard ducks from poultry, and the mallard ducks could spread it from flock to flock all across the continent. And so we've got this spread happening. It's impacting large swaths of chickens, apparently, although there haven't been that many deaths. It's still not transferred human to human, but every single headline seems to be really hyping up this pandemic that no one's dying from. What's going on?
Well, they're trying to recreate the COVID pandemic, right? So you had $14 billion worth of seed that changed hands in the United States alone from COVID. Nobody's gone to jail yet, and nothing truly has been done to stop it. Now, I think that's about to change with this new administration.